This video is brought to you by Miniature Market. Thousands of board games, miniatures, and paints, discount prices at miniaturemarket.com.
Hey everybody, it's your old pal Rob. Hope you guys are doing well. Well, guess what? It's under 90 days before convention season really starts, even though it's starting late this year in September. Here we are, June 1st, and we have all this speculation and all these different things going on. Now, from what I understand, and forgive me, I've talked to a number of big companies and stuff like that. There are a lot of the big companies that are not going to Gencon 2021. They will be sending representatives, but they're finding that with the way everything's going, it's just not worth it this year to do it. And as I heard more and more companies pull out, now again, this is what I heard, Asmodee won't be going, CMON won't be going. I don't think I'm saying anything that anybody doesn't know, but you're not going to have all the flash and the big stage presence. Excuse me, still suffering here a little bit. But you're not going to have all that, over the top, or the big areas and stuff like that. And it made me think, is this the year of the small publisher and the independent publisher? Because every time I would go to Gen Con, the first thing that I would do is I never worried about the hot game. And boy, was I glad I didn't worry about Seafall. But I never worried about, trying to stand in line and get that first game. I was more fascinated with what is the game that was under the radar. Eventually everybody stole it after years because I was doing all the videos first. But what it really came down to is I wanted to find that independent guy that had that diamond in the rough. And I wanted to check out all the different things that people weren't paying attention to, that everybody was running the FFG, which, hey, anytime there's a new Twilight Imperium or Mansions of Madness or the Lord of the Ring game, which is just tremendous, which we'll be doing here very shortly, people, that the hype was through the roof. And let's not forget all the CMON stuff. And it's just an exciting time because it's when all those new releases come and they're showing off all the new stuff that they're going to be doing and stuff like that. But I always gravitated to that smaller publisher that worked all year to get that game made, to bring it to Gen Con and put it all on the line and say, hey, it's expensive, because it's expensive to get a table, an area there. And maybe they were shoved in the back or something. And I always wanted to give them the exposure that I could, whether it was a Gladiator game or something like that, that just fascinated me beyond belief, and bring it to you guys and go, hey, here's this publisher. They put it all on the line. They've got, I always speak of passion, dedication, and here's that game. But now with all these big guys kind of pulling out, and let's be honest, how many of us are going to Gen Con? I'm up in the air. All the hotels are sold out already and everything like that. So, I don't know what I'm doing. It may be, another one I miss. And I've talked to other people that said, well, I'm not going to go this year. And I went, okay. So there's going to be a good amount of people, which Gen Con will do fine. Gen Con will do very, very, very well. But now that it's kind of condensed, and now you can kind of bring these smaller publishers out. You can bring some of these independents and move them into areas that are going to help them. Maybe some people are able to get in this year that because there's a waiting list to get in. So maybe that's even a big thing. Publishers that could not get in, that say, hey, I'm going to go there and I'm going to go do X, Y, and Z. With all this space, or supposed space, is this where we're going to really see some really innovative things and some creative minds come to the top? Now, the big guys are going to be there. They're sending representatives, and they're going to have meetings, and they're going to do all their things. But as far as that big booth present is not going to be there. This is going to be one of those Gen Cons where you kind of wonder what's going to happen. Is this going to be, well, first of all, one of the best parts about it is that you're all going to get together finally. Okay? You're all going to get to see each other, people that you missed and things like that. You're going to get to see media creators. There's going to be a ton of them there, of course, and interact with them, which is always an enjoyable experience. The Dice Tower always has a nice booth there where you get to talk with Tom and all the other guys there, Z and everybody. And it's good. It's great for the hobby. It's great for the hobby. And then who knows who you're going to be walking around. But the most important thing is that you're going to get to play games together. And it's been a long time since we've been able to do that. But, I really want to really... I'm going to start working on this soon. I'm going to get a list of who's going to be there. And hopefully bring you some information so you can discover some of these maybe unfound talents. Or discover a game that might be something so fantastic, better than the thing that's being hyped up to the nth degree. I really think it's an exciting time for a small publisher and an independent publisher, because right now it's almost like a reset button in a way. And I really feel that this is a time, a very unique time, and that Gen Con 2021 is going to help a lot of people, a lot of companies. If we're able to get the crowds back, if we're able to really showcase, it's not all glitz and glam, because let's admit it, over the last 5-6 years, besides last year, of course, it's all been show. It's all been big booths, DeLoreans coming out of walls, giant sharks, or Upper Deck with their, when they come out, when they build a booth, holy cow. Boy, is it something. And some of these big booths and everything like that, overkill. And I really think, when I start thinking of like people with Cav, Heavy Gear, all those little booths that I used to find. There was a Gladiator game. I wish I could remember the name of it, and I wish I invested a few $100 into it. But more and more of these small little wonders I used to find, and things I go, oh wow, this is really interesting. Oh, look at all these miniatures, or this miniature game that I've never heard of, and things like that, and being able to experience, and more people experiencing that instead of getting caught up in so much hype with some of the bigger companies. Now, I love the big companies. This isn't it's the little guy versus the man, but when you can take, and you can, you have a situation here which is very unique, at least from the prospect of less than 90 days out, and you can kind of take a look, and you see a trend here where the big boys are kind of saying, nah, we're gonna wait to 22. That this could really be something for that small publisher. I wonder if you guys feel the same way. Is it a unique time where that independent publisher can come out and really hit a home run, and take it, put a couple of jetpacks on a smaller company and shoot it to the moon? I would love to hear what you guys have to say. I would love to hear what you think, as we're just outside the window of everything that's going to happen. There's a lot of stuff that's going to release in August, which is really interesting too. Before Gen Con, we're going to have a ton of stuff that is going to release in August. And then you got a month, and then this show comes. Not just one show, but 2 shows. And we haven't even talked about Origins. That's for another subject, because that's another video that we're going to do, and when we're going to focus on Origins, the ramifications of where Origins placed itself. Very, very interesting times. Very, very interesting month coming up in September. And here we are in June. We're not that far away, folks. We're not that far away. A little over 90 days. Yeah, because it's June, July, August. Yeah, more than 90 days. Forgive me. Still got the brain fog going on. But again, you're in that window. This is the quarter that happens. This is that summer quarter. We're going to get through the summer. The summer is going to be very, very interesting because, like I said, in that quarter where Gencon and a lot of these other big conventions would be in August. Okay, and here we are, June 1st. You're going to have a ton of releases. And then September is a very, very interesting month. Because within 6 weeks, you've got major, major, major conventions coming up. And what are the ramifications of all the things that we're seeing movement on and different things that are coming on? Now, there were a lot of things canceled. There were a lot of things that I don't even know if are going on. I'm not in tune with everything. But I'm really interested in bringing up this discussion. What? With so many of the bigger guys saying, nah, we're not doing it. What are the ramifications? How is Gen Con going to look this year? So I would love to see your comments. Put them down below. Or you can also email me at novaprime860@hotmail.com if you'd like to take your discussion offline. But, as always, we always wonder about things. And until next time, it's your old pal Rob saying, we'll see you soon.